Good afternoon. My name is Gary Hall. If you would have spoken to me 6 weeks ago, I would have had a shirt on that said Immediate Response Technology. We are now part of AirBoss Defense Canada, or AirBoss Defense America. What do? We provide a one source for you for any type of PPE, for chem bio, hazmat, disaster relief, individual patient isolation and transportation systems for infectious disease control, decontamination camps, and sustainment camps for refugee purposes. In our facility at Landover, Maryland, we are the only U.S. manufacturer of filter canisters, rapidly deployable shelter. That large shelter you see over there, that big yellow one, okay, 420 square feet. It takes 6 people 3 minutes to put it up. 7 more minutes to complete the assembly. It takes the same amount of time to take it down. When you take it down, it's a 5 by 5 by 5 square. You can put 2 of them in the back of a Dodge Ram and take off with it. So we can create a rapidly deployable disaster camp for 500, 1,000 or more people, and not only provide the shelters, the power, the lighting, the HVAC, building, messing, showers and latrine, command and control, all out of one system. Okay? The PPE is mask, boots, and gloves. Is made in our facility up in Canada. The mask that we are going to unveil in mid-November will be absolutely the most modern, technologically advanced mask you will see on the market today. Come over and take a look at it. I think you're going to find it rather amazing. Recently, we responded to the Ebola and the MERS crisis in Africa and the Middle East. Our individual patient isolation system can be set up in a matter of about 3 to 4 minutes. It is designed to transport someone with any type of infectious disease from point A to point B for up to 16 hours without even having to change a filter. There is a mechanism to change a filter if you need to. It all folds up into a big hockey bag. As you can imagine, since MERS and Ebola created the crisis, we've done over 700 of those in 13 different countries and all across the U.S. For those of you who are not familiar with our CDC Ebola treatment centers, when this happened and started, there were only 2 in the U.S. Both of them had our isopods. One of the individuals who came back from West Africa and unfortunately passed away in Nebraska, they used one of our models that was 7 years old, fully functional. Now there's 55 Ebola disease control centers across the U.S. Most of them already have our isopods. They've been used in 13 different countries. Saudi Arabia, Qatar, and UAE have purchased a large portion of those, plus our medical powered air respirator systems to protect from MERS. For those of you that don't know, within the continental United States, 70% of your disaster response for CBRN, hazmat, or natural disaster is vetted in the National Guard because they can be activated by the governor of every state. 70% of their gear, their shelters, all their respiratory systems, etc., we manufacture right in Landover, Maryland. Their boots and their gloves are made in our facility in Canada. We also provide the same items to the United States Marine Corps CBRN team, which if you ever saw a couple of years back in Fukushima, when they deployed to Japan, they helped them with decontamination operations. Those were our shelters they were using. U.S. Navy uses them. U.S. Air Force uses them. Coast Guard uses them. Spec Ops, Nav Special Warfare Groups 1 and 2, Fort Bragg Special Forces, all of those DOD units, along with literally hundreds of civilian hospitals across the country, are employing one piece of our equipment, including 40 different foreign countries. Everything we make only has one purpose: to keep first responders alive, to help keep patients alive, and so when first responders go down, what happens to the rest of us? We're up a creek. So we're there to help keep people alive in the U.S. and around the world. Does anybody have any questions? Every CST has our gear. Every SURF B, every HERF. The D SURF is going to have the same stuff. One of the things you talked about was the camps. I can create a camp for 1,000 people in probably less than 24 hours in their shelter. What's that? Malcolm Reese is still up there. Okay, yeah, he's still up there in Aberdeen. We get all of our gear tested and certified by OSHA and NIOSH up at Aberdeen. If you're not familiar with the military, mil specs mostly exceed those, but if you're going to work in the civilian community, you got to meet the OSHA and IAS specs at the same time.
So I highly recommend their equipment only because as a military commander, I was the first civil support team commander in the United States. I created the program and we bought only their equipment.
Thank you.
That time it was TDI and RIT.
Now we're a little bit bigger. We're AirBoss Defense, but it was normally when you have a corporate takeover, it's like this. A lot of people get fired. What we actually did was increase staff because they provided the PPE, we provided the other end of the spectrum. It was a perfect marriage. Thank you.